tryna go down, down isn't great. Every night I get on my knees and pray that I will go down. Yeah, for some people to get in the room. Go down. Legendary moves, me on my crew. Heavy is the head that wear the crown, that shit true. Do it like them, us rest to feel some big shoes. Couple of these excuses when the fucking wrist do. Smoking on this window, run away from my pain, rub memory on my temples. Heard it's good for migraines. Benzo, exit off the highway. Solitary thoughts like how to reinvest my side change. Tryna go down, down isn't great. Every night I get on my knees and pray that I will go down. That I will go down. Tryna go down, down isn't less. Every night I get inside on a blessing. I will go down. Yeah, I will go down. All right, K-Box Boxing Fanaticals is entering to do another boxing analysis, and this analysis is between Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder versus Luis Ortiz. It's America versus Cuba. You got a championship fight for the WBC crown. You have there's just so many different dynamics and so many variables in this fight. You have a lot going on. And it's a rematch. I forgot to throw that out there. This is number 2, numero dos. This is a 2. So in a rematch, you really want to see, adjusted game plans. You want to see, or you could just have, like I said, revenge or repeat. You decide. You be the judge. I basically see Deontay Wilder, pretty much repeating what he already done. You feel me? Like I see him just using his jab, being smart, and try to get him out of there faster than what he did. That's pretty much a quick analysis of what Deontay is going to try to do. He already knows his style. He already knows his rhythm. So when you already know somebody's style, you already know that rhythm. It makes it much easier on yourself. It makes it harder on your opponent. But Luis Ortiz can say the same thing. That's what makes this fight so entertaining and so special, is because Luis Ortiz at any time can step in and throw that left hand that can really hurt Wilder, throwing it straight down the pipe. We all know that Deontay Wilder is not perfect at defense, and he can be hit, but he has a really good beard. He has a really good chin. So that's what's making me think that Luis is going to really have to work on combinations, being smarter with his combinations, and using like a in and out style, side to side style, instead of just coming forward like he was doing in the first fight. He had good footwork and used it in spots, but he didn't use it throughout the whole entire fight. I feel like and if you want to beat Wilder, you're gonna have to use a lot of footwork and being smart and picking your spots, and almost like what Tyson Fury did. What Tyson Fury did was a good representation of what you're supposed to do if you want to beat somebody like Deontay Wilder. He just needed more power on those punches to really, be significant in each and every round. That of Tyson Fury, but I feel like Luis Ortiz has all the ingredients to make this fight really, really difficult for Wilder if Wilder doesn't take over and show up and show out early. I feel like this is not a fight where Wilder wants to take it to deep waters again and try to drown him, because I think Luis Ortiz is going to be in better shape mentally, physically, and spiritually. Yeah, now, the age factor, people always bring up age. It could be a factor, but I think Luis Ortiz takes good enough care of his body that he's not going to not train or not be in shape year round. So I don't think that's a factor. A lot of people are gonna bring up that in their analysis or on their different channels, but that's really not a factor. If you are, suitable to get in the ring, you don't live a very dangerous lifestyle outside of the ring, then I think you'll be fine. Majority of the time, I just see Luis Ortiz on pictures with his family or he's in the gym. So when you live that type of lifestyle, a very healthy lifestyle like that, you're gonna have really good results. On a scientific aspect, Deontay Wilder, man, he just has a very unique build for a heavyweight. Like, people say you look like a basketball player. I say that it's really just about the way that, because anybody can look a certain way. Anybody can be lanky, but to be lanky and have that type of power, he has like a Tommy Hearns type of power when it comes to the way Tommy Hearns will take people out in the welterweight division. Not saying his power is of a welterweight, but just making the same inclination about like, okay, you got him over here, Tommy Hearns, is knocking people out. He's skinny and long. Then you got Deontay Wilder at his height and his size and his division doing the same thing, just getting people out of there. And Luis Ortiz, I would say, definitely the top five keys to victory is definitely jab, a lot of jabbing, a lot of knowing when to pick your jab. You know, um, using the jab up and down, um, just being smart. Pretty much that's it. Being smart with his jab and using it up and down, use it to the body, use it to the head. A lot of feint jabs is important too. Feinting before you jab, jab and then feint and then jab again. Just mixing it up, being smart. Number two, using footwork, using just enough footwork, not too much footwork. You don't want to tire your legs out because that's one factor when you are older. If you're using too much of your legs, that can tire you out. So knowing when to pick your spots to go in and out, side to side, and not using your legs too much, frustrating Wilder and keeping them off balance. Number three, a lot of combination punching. Cannot, say that enough. Combination punching is the key, is the key, is the key. Without combination punching, Luis Ortiz will not win this fight. He's not going to win off a roundhouse, overhand left, or I mean, he has the power to. I just don't see that happening though. I don't see just one uppercut being able to hurt Wilder unless Wilder dips his head all the way down and does something crazy or tries to go to the body too many times, and then Luis Ortiz figures him out because he has a great computer upstairs. He has a really, really smart computer, that being Luis Ortiz, and the way that he handles business. So, um, basically, I see Luis Ortiz, definitely the fourth key. I would say where he throws his combinations at because you don't want to keep throwing the air, throwing your combination or throwing the elbows. Try to be very precise while you throw your combinations. So when you throw your combinations, start off with a feint, then come with four punches, turn to the side, throw another four punches, but mix it up. So one, two, uppercut, left hand. He has a really good combination like that. Throwing a jab and a left uppercut after throwing your 1-2. So, 1-2 and jab and left uppercut. So combinations like that is very important. Going to Wilder's body early, that is my number five tip, is definitely going to the body early. Um, you know, Going to the body is so important and mixing it up. Using a jab, throwing a left hand to the body, throwing a right hook to the body, a left hook to the body in the southpaw stance. Just being very, very, very smart. That's what you want to do if you're Luis Ortiz. Now, Deontay Wilder, of course, my first key to victory is always going to be starting off with your jab. You have to use your jab if you want to win fights, especially at the top elite level. So, Deontay Wilder using his jab, being smart, using a double jab because you have the length, you have the advantage, you have the power, you have um, just so many different things over Luis Ortiz. So use them. Don't neglect what got you here, and that's using your length. Using your size, using your length, and being confident. Being confident in your jab and what you're doing in there in the first round. So I think that's very important. Number two, ring generalship. Ring generalship is key because if you don't have ring generalship, Luis Ortiz will dominate you. All ring generalship is the cousin to dominance. That's all it means. It's ring generalship, dominance, dominance, ring generalship. So be dominant in there. Let them know who's the boss. That's very important. When Luis Ortiz try to rough you up, you rough him out. And he tries to throw anything out the ordinary that you feel that can, hit you and hurt you, you have to be able to react accordingly. Hold when you need to hold, all those different things. Number three, Deontay Wilder needs to control the mid-range game. If he controls the mid-range game, that's a wrap. Of course, a long-range game is his all day long, but controlling the mid-range game is very, very, very important for Deontay Wilder. If he can do that, he's gonna win this fight pretty easily and probably end him in like the third or fourth round. Last but not least, well, not last but not least, but number 4 for Deontay Wilder. Um, throw some left hooks to the body. Not too many, but just to let him know, hey, you run up crazy, I got something for you. Block with your right, throw with your left. You want to you want to stay defensively responsible. So keep that guard up, be smart. You don't want to get caught with anything you don't see coming. How do you do that? Keeping your hands up. Um, number 4 for no, hold on. Yeah, number 5. I'm tripping. Number 5, I'm just all over the place, thinking about too many things. Number 5 for Deontay Wilder is throw more combinations, and when you get him hurt, finish him. You did it in the first fight, but in the second fight, make sure you do that more. When you throw your left jab, make sure you pierce the left jab. So when you throw the left jab, come over with that right hand perfectly, hit him right where you need to hit him at, and just boom, just catch him. It's very important that he takes advantage of that. A lot of people think Deontay Wilder doesn't have skill. He doesn't have this. He doesn't have that. He has lots of skill. So throw the double jab, connect with the right hand, get him out of there. You can do this. You got this. And that's just pretty much the bottom line, man. Deontay Wilder, I want him to really focus with the right hand. His right hand is gold, as we all know. And if he throws a lot of double jabs, you can land it because you can't see the punch coming. It's natural for somebody not to be able to see. Now, if Luis Ortiz is smart and he's moving his head and using his hips, he'll have a better chance of getting out of the way. But if Luis Ortiz can just do that beeline thing where he just comes straight forward at you, and if he just comes straight forward at any moment, any time, if he makes any mistakes, you got to make him pay, right? So he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Boom. Just catch him. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Ooh, just catch him. And if you do that enough times and you keep catching him on the chin, his chin will weather down. His chin will break. It's almost like water to I guess you could say to a certain type of rock or a certain type of granite. You keep, throwing that water on there, it's gonna dissolve. It's gonna extract. And that's the same thing with Luis. He will dissolve. He will start to break down if you keep laying it on him. If you let up, Luis Ortiz can get his energy back. He can get his confidence back. And then King Kong will come out of him and he'll start throwing those combinations in the southpaw stance. So it's really important that Wilder pours the punishment on early. Get him out of there early. I'm telling him, don't let this fight go the distance. Just don't do it. Don't even let it get to the 8th or 9th round. Don't do that. End it early. End it early. First 3 rounds is what I'm expecting. Wilder has that type of confidence, and he should be able to end it that early. Um, Trying to think of any other things I could have missed. Did I miss anything else? Thinking. No, that's pretty much it. Um, I know when it comes to Wilder, he lives a pretty clean lifestyle as well. You know, I think Deontay Wilder is really smart. A lot of people think that, he's dumb because he's from the South, but he's very smart. Very, very intelligent. Very intelligent. Okay, what is going on? There we go. All right, Deontay Wilder is 6'7". For people that didn't know, I usually say, all these facts early, but I'm gonna go ahead and say them now. He's 6'7", 213 pounds with an 83-inch reach advantage, and he's been a heavyweight for going on 10 years now, 10, 11 years. So that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. Deontay Wilder, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. 33 years old. So he's in the prime of his career. Heavyweight prime is from like 30 to about 36. 30 to 36. Usually anything after 36, a lot of heavyweights start declining and start breaking down. So it's really important that Deontay Wilder takes full advantage of each and every fight that's coming up because it really could be his last. Heavyweight division. That's why people pay so much attention to it when it's really good competition. Because anything can really happen. All it takes is one punch. One big shot, and they can end it all because of the dynamics of power that the heavyweights carry. You know, it's a lot of damage being done. So, um, if Deontay Wilder wins, who do you want to see him fight? And for Tyson, I mean not Tyson Fury. I don't know why he's on my mind, but Luis Ortiz. Who do you want to see Luis Ortiz fight if he beats Deontay Wilder? I think Deontay Wilder is gonna win because people want to know what is my final analysis. My final analysis is Deontay Wilder will win. He's gonna win by knockout, and it's gonna be in the first 3 rounds. He's gonna hit him with, it's gonna be a jab, a lot of jabbing. He's gonna throw the left hook, gonna set him up without him looking, almost like how he did Arthur Spilka. You ever watch the Arthur Spilka fight? You'll see what I'm talking about, where he took his time, really patient, but he, in the snap of a finger, got him out of there. It was like a trigger, like set him up, set him up, set him up, set him up, set him up. Boom. I mean, just cracked him with the right hand. It was over. It was game over. So, um, everybody in the comment section below, make sure that you comment who do you have and why. Revenge or repeat? Do you have Wilder or do you have Luis Ortiz? Tell me in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell that's on the right bottom hand side of your screen. Um, Anything else that I missed? Oh yeah, the messages are kind of funny on here. So I know a lot of people have been complaining to me and hitting me up on my email saying my messages on YouTube are not going through. I really don't know what to say about that. I apologize. But you can get back to me just through the email, fresh23@gmail.com. Trying to think, man. Anything else that I left out? Um, hmm. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and break down really, really quickly. Really, really quickly. Well, you know what? I'll do that in another video. I'm gonna come back. All right, guys. See ya. Peace.